What's good? What's up? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you don't already. I'm Elena. As you guys can tell, today's video is a little life update. Kind of a little bit more on the serious side, but you know, just kind of letting you guys know where I've been at mentally, what's been going on, and all of that. I am also going to be smoking on the rest of this wood that I have with you guys and just kind of talking about life. So if you're interested in all of that, then just keep watching. All right, I'm gonna try really hard not to get emotional in this video, but no promises. I'm just kind of like super emotional right now. But yeah, all right, let's spark this shit up. So the first thing that I do kind of want to like catch you guys up on is my health, mentally and physically. I bring up physically because I did actually just kind of fuck up my knee. I'm not really sure how. I thought it was from hiking, them just being sore, but one of my knees is just unbearable to walk on and can't really bend it. I've gotten x-rays. I didn't break it or sprain it, thank God, but I do have like some type of pain syndrome shit where basically I fucked up my hamstrings, which pushes all that pain to my kneecap. So that's why my kneecap feels like someone is shattering it. But yeah, so just been kind of dealing with that. Been wearing a knee brace, which is kind of funny, but it is what it is. There's basically nothing that I can do about it but wait for it to heal. So that just kind of sucks. But yeah, so, but what can you do? As for my health mentally, yikes. There's just a lot of stuff going on in my life. If you've watched my videos, I've already kind of brought up anxiety, but if this is the first video of mine that you're coming across, anxiety is definitely something that I've dealt with for years. And right now with like everything going on, I feel like my anxiety is super fucking triggered, to say the least. I was actually pretty shocked when I mentioned anxiety in a video and how many of you guys were commenting, telling me that you also deal with anxiety and that just like me talking about it helped you a lot and made you not feel so alone. So that's why I kind of wanted to like update you guys on it. I feel like I have taken little clips here and there between now and then about anxiety, but I'm just going to catch you up here. I've had anxiety, like I said, but I've never been on medication for it just because I've tried to do things to kind of like help my anxiety without having to take meds for it, such as working out and just like, you know, finding new hobbies that are like taking my mind off of like all the shit going on in my life. But there's only so much work you can do on your own before, you know, needing to ask for help. My therapist actually just told me today that I seem like the type of person that kind of like takes on the world and does not want to ask anyone for help. I agree with that to an extent. When it comes to anxiety, I literally felt like the whole world was just fucking stomping on me. Like I couldn't fucking figure it out. I couldn't control how anxiety was making me feel. And that's why I felt like I needed to get therapy. You know, I've kind of done therapy here and there. I had a lot of problems with finding the right therapist, by the way. I feel like a lot of people don't talk about that. Finding a therapist that you have a good relationship and good communication with is super important. But I felt like I really needed to go to therapy because I needed to, one, stop always venting to my friends. I'm not really sure how to like put it, but I just didn't want my friendships to start turning into talking about my problems. I didn't like how I felt like whenever I was talking to my friends, it was always me kind of like dealing with shit. I felt like I needed someone that I needed to have boundaries, and I needed to separate the two, but also going to therapy so that I could find the underlying issues of my triggers to anxiety and also to depression. So I've just been trying to be consistent. Right now, therapy's on Zoom, so it is a little different, but it's still something. I just actually got a new therapist, so I've only had a couple sessions with her. So we're still kind of like getting to know each other, and she's still kind of like getting to know my story. And yeah, it's been good for me, especially with everything going on, but it's also hard. I definitely want to say that. And it's very emotional for me because a lot of the shit I don't want to talk about is a lot of shit that I've kind of let build up over the years. So now that I'm like bringing it all up again, it's kind of hard, and it does kind of trigger me in the moment. But again, learning those coping mechanisms with my therapist and working on my breathing and my thinking, I really feel like I'm one of those people that is very open to being better. I'm always trying to do what I can to work on past trauma. And I think that it's so important for me to unlearn toxic behavior and cycles that I've kind of seen and learned through my family and all of that, because eventually I want to be a mother one day. And I want to make sure that I work on what I need to work on and face my trauma and get through it before bringing kids into a world full of trauma. I just think it's so important for me to do all of that before I have kids. Personally, that's what I believe personally. I guess you never really realize how much shit you have gone through in your life until you're in front of someone and you're kind of trying to tell them all of it in a matter of like a 45-minute session. It's kind of funny because I actually had a therapy session today, and my therapist was like, wow, you've been through so much. And I literally only told her like 3 out of the million things that have gone on in my life. And I was like, girl, just wait. It gets better. Yeah, it all comes down to trauma, to be honest. And there's just a lot of things that I gotta learn, a lot of shit that I gotta face. And I can't be better until I do all of that. And I'm on this journey myself. I know that a lot of you guys are on this journey as well, but just know that having anxiety doesn't define you. You know, it's funny, a lot of people are like, oh, well, like, just don't think about it. It's like, bitch, anxiety is in your fucking brain. Like, how am I not gonna be thinking about it? Anxiety makes me fucking anxious. Like, that's what anxiety is. Like, it's not as easy as just saying like, oh, get over it, or like focus on the good. It's like, no, you don't get it. And if you feel frustrated like I do when it comes to feeling anxious, feeling depressed, and like kind of people not understanding why you are the way you are or why you're acting the way you are, like I fucking get that. Like some days I just don't want to fucking talk. It's not even anything personal. I just don't want to fucking talk to you. Or some days I just want to lay in bed all day, and like a lot of people want to judge off of that. And it's just like, fuck, like I just feel like sometimes I just can't get a fucking break, because everywhere I'm looking, everywhere I'm going, everything I'm hearing, it's just like, you're not doing enough. You're not enough. It's not enough. Like, you see, like that right there is just a little glimpse of the thought process that having anxiety is like. The best advice that I could give anyone who's dealing with anxiety, depression, or any mental illness is making sure that you have a support system, just at least one good friend that you can talk to about shit, just so that you're not, letting it build up. I hate to bring this up, but suicide is definitely something we need to keep talking about as well, because there's so many people who feel so fucking alone. Like, I feel so fucking alone all the time. I'm not saying that I'm suicidal, but I'm just saying that, you know, it takes one really bad day to want to end it all. And I just hope that we can all be there for each other, especially during these times, and just check up on your friends, ask for help when you need it, and just keep doing this shit. I know life is crazy and it sucks sometimes, but just keep fucking going. It gets better. It does. Speaking on something that's been pretty life-changing, is I just recently actually got fired from my job. If you don't know, I worked as a server at this place, and I worked there for about literally like 5-6 years. I was 15 when I started, and I'm 21 now. There's a lot that I want to say. I was basically fired because of my morals and my beliefs. I felt like the place that I worked at didn't respect my morals and my beliefs. I felt like I was working for a business that believed in things that I didn't support, and I felt very underappreciated and felt like I was always being told to shut up, that how I felt about certain things was personal and not to bring that to my workplace. But then there would be things that were said, and then they would make it personal, and I would be made out to be the bad guy. I felt like there was a lot of shit going on behind closed doors. There was a lot of things that were said over the years that just kind of led up to this point. Nothing big happened. I mean, I did have a hard conversation that I didn't really expect that kind of brought me here, but I'm not mad about it. When I think about this chapter of my life ending, I'm not mad about it. I am sad in some ways, but mostly just because, again, I didn't want things to end the way that they did. I also didn't know that that was going to be my last day. So I just, I didn't have a day to like work with my girls one more time. My God, like, but also I didn't get the chance to say goodbye to my regulars, people that I built relationships and friendships with over the years that I worked there. That's honestly one of the things that's just kind of like, I don't know. I just wish it could be different. But sometimes when things like this happen, like, you can't do that to yourself. You can't wonder how things could have went different, because everything happens for a reason. I full-heartedly believe that. As crazy as this all is, I feel like I'm just more uncomfortable than anything. I haven't been here. I haven't been in this spot. I haven't ever experienced this, and I'm just trying really hard to take it all in and do what I gotta do to move forward. It's kind of weird to like sit here on the internet and be like, yeah, I was fired. It's not something that I'm like proud to say, but at the same time, I'm not ashamed, because at the end of the day, I stood tall, I stayed true to who I was, and I didn't let other people or a job make me be something that I wasn't, or ever make me feel like what I believed in wasn't right when I knew that it was. You know, I'm confident in who I am. I'm confident in where I stand and what I believe in, enough to know that I put that all out there, and for it to go that way was how it was supposed to go. This was a long time coming. It was. It was time for me to move on. It's been years, and I feel like the universe did this to push me out of that comfort zone and to kind of just, you know, what is that saying with like the bird, like push me out the nest and just kind of like let me fly. Like I feel like the universe really kicked my ass out of there, but like seriously, I feel like right now is crucial to my growth. Right now is, like I said, life changing, and I know that I'm gonna get out of this rut, and I'm just gonna level up in life, and I'm ready for it. You know, I hate to kind of like sugarcoat a lot of shit just because you guys know how real I am, and there is a lot of shit that I want to say and that I want to talk about. But right now, I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about what happened. I'm not worried about these people. I'm worried about what's next for me. And I feel like I really just got to focus on me, on what my next move is, and just take care of myself mentally, physically, and I don't know what's fucking next. I don't know what tomorrow's gonna bring. I don't know where I'll be in a few months from now. But I know I'm always gonna stay true to who I am. And because I know that, I know I'm always gonna be good. There's definitely a lot of shit testing my energy, but I'm just too grown for that shit, you know? I know that I'm gonna be successful in this life, and I know that I'm gonna look back on this and laugh at it all. But for now, I'm gonna just do me. Simple as that. I can't believe I don't have a job. All right, well, I don't want to be sitting here simping any longer. No bad energy here. We only live, learn, and we grow. And I hope that you guys are all doing good in this time. I know that shit's just a fucking mess. Man, this year has fucking hit me like a motherfucker. 2020 said, nah, fuck you. Like, I don't even know what I've said the last 5 minutes, but again, I hope you enjoyed watching today's video. I know it was a little more on the sad side, but we good out here. We're good. We're good. I'm good. You're good. We're good. I just wanted to kind of update you guys on where I've been, what I've been up to, what's been going on in my life, and just kind of talk about how shitty life is sometimes, because we all go through shit. We're all dealing with shit, and I just want you guys to know that you're never alone, and if you ever need to talk to someone, you can definitely comment down below, or you can DM me on Instagram. I'll put my Instagram right here as well. But yeah, all right, take care. See you in the next one. Peace.